Hi, I'm Pastor David Frederickson, and when we last left off, we talked about stepping into the new and not being afraid to let go of the old. And that's something that the Lord revealed to me to really hone in on this year of 2015. And something else that kind of ties into it is this, and it's something that our interns at our church have recently learned. And it's really, what is the definition of peace? And so as we go through the secular definitions, or as we hear the word peace over and over in Hallmark greeting cards and world pageants or whatever it might be, the word peace kind of gets jumbled in, and I think the definition kind of gets distorted. See, the real definition of peace is the absence of inner conflict. And so that becomes important when we look at what the Lord asks us to step into and what He asks us to sacrifice as well. You see, when you try to keep both the Lord's promises and the things that you were holding on to in the same area in your life, there begins to have a conflict. And that's when we wrestle against ourselves. That's when our spirit and our flesh wrestles against itself. And so as the Lord has shown me these new things that I'm to step into, He's told me to let go of the old and not be afraid to do so, because He knows that if I try to ponder what might happen when I let that go, or how much I might miss it, it's going to prevent me from encountering His promises. And so this illustration is used in a lot of sermons, and a lot of people go to it because it really does show what the Lord does with our life so well. And it's not that this is sin and this is everlasting life necessarily, but these are the things that you might enjoy all the time, and the things that you don't want to let go of, things that you've gotten comfortable with. And these are the new promises that the Lord is asking of you, and this is your life. And so you might have a certain amount of these and you want all of it to be saved, but you also want all the promises. And so you can have a small amount of these, and you can have a little bit amount of this, but the truth is you're still missing out on quite a bit of His promises. And you're also not even fulfilling all of the things that you tried to hold on to. And so when you look at this and you mix in both of them, it's still not as pure. It's not pure soda, or it's not pure water. And so either way, trying to mix both, you lose out every single time. And so when the Lord asks us to sacrifice certain things, it's not because He wants to necessarily rule our life. He just knows that there literally will not be room for you to hang on to everything and encounter His blessings. When we do hang on to everything and try to encounter His blessings at the same time, that's when that inner conflict happens, and we can't enjoy either one. It ruins both sides of the spectrum. And so to have peace is something the Lord desires for us. We know that when we actually look at the fruits of the Spirit. If we are called to have the Holy Spirit live in us at all times, then we are called to reflect His fruits all the time. And we know that the fruits are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. You can't reflect everything but peace and expect to still have the full impact of the Holy Spirit. It's all fruits of the Spirit are displayed. And even when we look at putting on the armor of God, we're asked to put on the shoes of peace, and that's a whole teaching for another time. But you can't suit up in a full suit of armor and be missing one thing and expect to go out into battle and be half as effective. And so when the Lord has these new promises for us, and we decide to sacrifice everything that He's asked us to sacrifice, it's not so He can take complete dominion and rule your life as far as like a dictator would go. But it's that He just recognizes there's not room for both. And if you try to fit both in, there's going to be inner conflict, and you will never achieve true peace. And so the Lord might be asking you, how are you going to achieve peace? And He might actually have the answer for you if you seek Him.